Alright, what's going on, everybody? Welcome in. This is BigBearFoundation.com, and we are already at that point. We're already at that point. Week 4 MLB predictions part 1. I do want to say right away, I do apologize and announce this video is probably going to be a little bit later, closely later than advertised. So I'm just going to get that out of the way. I apologize about that, but like I said, I'm just coming back from Philadelphia, so it's gonna be a different trip. So if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys do like and subscribe right here to the channel. We are on our way to 130 subscribers now, so I do appreciate you guys for 120 subscribers. Make sure you guys continue to support. Make sure you guys do share the channel, join the Discord, do all that fun stuff. Here, like, subscribe as always. But yeah, we're off to a pretty good start so far this year. Actually, no, I forgot the. You know what? I'm not gonna worry about that this week. I'm just gonna be off the board. Oh wait, last week I went 28 and 14, which brings my overall record to, I think that is, which brings the overall record to 95 and 44. Hey, that's pretty good, man. 95-44. I'm already 50 games above 500, and it's only week 4. Listen, I'm cool with that. But anyway, let's go ahead and keep it rolling. Like I said, I don't really know. I'm still learning about baseball, but right now, the way how my predictions are going, I'm doing way better than I advertised. Let's go ahead and keep that up. All right, so let's dive into this week's games. Like I said, we do 2 parts here on the channel. We don't, I'm like, part 1, we just do the. If you guys are new, week 1, the first part, we just do the first series, and then we'll be back here on Thursday with the second, with part 2 of week 4 predictions. Anyway, those are the games up there on the screen for week 1, because some series go to 4 games. But anyway, take a look at the American League standings. There you guys have it right there. Like I said, the playoffs are nowhere near here, but it's always good to review the standings before we get into the matchups there. So there was the American League, and this is the National League standings as it stands on Monday. So take a look at your team and let me know in the comments below where your team is currently at the standings. But anyway, let's go ahead and move on here to our first game here. So the first game that we got is Chicago at Cleveland, and take a look at this series. I mean, I'm not really expecting a lot from this series. I mean, honestly, I do think this is one of the more easier picks of the series. Anyway, the White Sox are coming off of getting swept at Kansas City. Did not look good at all throughout the entire week. And then the Guardians are coming off of a 2-1 series win against the Twins, but the last game that they had was postponed, so I don't know how to mark that on the book. I just marked it as an undefeated right now because I did pick the Guardians to go undefeated in the streak. But anyway, come on. This is a pretty easy pick. This is in Cleveland, and the White Sox have just not been good. I'll take the Guardians to win this one, and I'm going to take them 3-0. I'm really confident about that. I don't think this series really makes a lot of sense, if I'm being honest. I mean, this is one of the best teams playing right now, playing against one of the worst teams in baseball right now. I just think this is a bad matchup for the White Sox, and I just do think they're going to catch a little bit off guard in this one. So I'm good with the Guardians 3-0. I do think this one should be pretty easy for the Guardians. All right, next we have Miami at New York, and Miami. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You guys have lost me. You guys have lost me. You guys are coming off of getting I mean, you guys did win at least one game against the Cardinals, but you still lost 2-1 against the Cardinals. And meanwhile, the Yankees continue to impress me, man. The Yankees are playing really good right now. The Yankees are coming off a 2-1 series win against the Blue Jays, and if I'm being honest, I think this is another easy pick, right? Like this is like the last scenario, right? Like I would pick Miami here, but I'm not going to. I'm taking the Yankees here 3-0. They just clearly been the better team here. I mean, like I said, this should be pretty easy for New York to win this, right? Like New York has just been the better team in basically every single aspect. Yankees 3-0. You should be able to win all 3 games here. All right, next we have Detroit at Pittsburgh, and let's take a look and see what happened here. So, Detroit is coming off of a surprising 2-1 defeat to the Athletics. Kind of embarrassing, by the way, losing to the Athletics in that fashion. And anyway, look at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is coming off of a 2-1 series win I was going to say as well. 2-1 series win against the Orioles. That was pretty impressive. But I don't know. I think both these two teams only played 2 times. I think. Yeah, both of these two teams only played 2 times. Um, I think it's going to be a very interesting series. I'm expecting both games to be close here, but I'm feeling a split here. Honestly, I'm gonna go with a split. I'll take a split 1-1. I think both teams are capable of winning. I do think, like, if I had to like do this in scenario, I do think the Pirates win the first game, but the Tigers come out and win the second game. I'm not expecting a sweep here in any regard, but I do think they split the series. I will take them 1-1. It should be competitive. Both teams are playing like similar baseball right now, so yeah, I'm feeling comfortable about that. I do think this one should be a pretty decent split. All right, after that we have Milwaukee at the Reds, and let me see what we got here. Milwaukee at the Reds. So Milwaukee is coming off of a 2-1 series win against Seattle, and the Reds are also no, the Reds are coming off of a 2-1 series loss at home against the Mets. So I don't know what to expect for this one. I don't know if you can expect like a Milwaukee bounce back game. I meant for a Reds bounce back game, or Milwaukee can continue to roll here. Let's see. Did both of these two teams? Yeah, both of these two teams play 4 times. So this series will continue through Thursday. Um, I don't know what to expect from here. Like I can see the Reds winning, but I can see a split happening because they play 4 times. I can see the Brewers winning this one 3-1. And I'm gonna be safe. I'm gonna go 2-2 series split. I do think both teams are capable of winning 2 games here. It's not gonna be easy for the other team. The Reds are coming off a pretty embarrassing performance. Well, I wouldn't say embarrassing, but not a great performance. Now, the fact I do think Milwaukee, the way that they're playing right now, can go ahead and get 2 wins from here. But like I said, I'm expecting a split. We'll go 2-2. Feeling pretty good about that one. All right, next we have Seattle at the Blue Jays. I just got done talking about Seattle. Seattle took the 2-1 series loss. I think that's what it was. I think that's what it said. Yeah, they're coming off a 2-1 series loss against the Brewers. And Toronto. Let's see what we got here. My phone is being super slow. Toronto is coming off of a 2-1 series loss to the Yankees. So, I don't know how many times these two teams play. Do they play like 3 times? I think they play 3 times, right? Yeah, they play 3 times. They play 3 times. I'm expecting a back and forth series here. But I'm gonna give the Tigers to the Blue Jays just because they're at home. Both teams. If you guys haven't known, both teams coming here with the same records. So I'm just gonna say 2-1 series win. Blue Jays win. And the only reason why I'm saying this is because they're at home. I mean, that's the only reason I got because just look at the two teams. Just look how they've been playing. It's been so similar. Anyway, yeah, I take the Blue Jays because they're at home, but I can realistically this one could go either way. But I'm not expecting a sweep here. All right, next up we got the Mets at the Braves. All right, here we go. The Mets are going into the Braves. This one actually has a good chance of being some competitive series. Like this one could be good. Um, this series could be very competitive. Actually. So when you take a look at the Mets, let me pull up the Mets here. The Mets are coming off a 2-1 series win at the Reds. That was pretty good. I do think the Mets kind of bounced back from that one. And then the Braves are coming off of a sweep actually to the Diamondbacks. That was actually pretty impressive right there by Atlanta. Definitely was not expecting a sweep there, but like New York, like I said, you're trying to bounce back. You're trying to get some momentum back after a rough start to the season, but I don't think that's going to happen. You're going into Atlanta. I know you play them 4 times in Atlanta. I don't think you're capable of winning 2 games, but I will give you 1 game because I do think 4 games is hard to ask for a team to sweep. Unless it's like clearly there. I do think the Mets are capable of coming in here and winning 1 game on them, but Atlanta they should be able to take care of this 3 games to 1. This should not be a problem for Atlanta to handle. And like I said, the Mets been struggling. Atlanta's been playing well. Atlanta's at home here. I'll take them 3 games to 1. I'm pretty comfortable about that. But it is a chance it could be. I think it's going to be a better chance that we see a split then it's a sweep, but yeah, I'm comfortable with my pick here. 3-1, Atlanta wins. All right, next we have Dodgers at Minnesota. This is probably one of the more interesting series of them all. Anyway, Dodgers actually coming off of a 2-1 series defeat to the Cubs. I mean, that was kind of shocking there. But let's be honest. And then the Twins are coming off of a Twins are coming off of getting swept. The Twins got swept by the Guardians, but like I said, the other game is postponed, so we don't know what to do at that point. Um, Anyway, when you take a look at these two teams in general, both teams, I mean, the Twins are not out to the best start, but they haven't played a lot of games. Dodgers are looking pretty good right now. Um, this one should be close, should be competitive. But I'm gonna give the sides to LA. I do think the Dodgers win this one 2 games to one. Definitely not gonna go with the sweep here. That's too dramatic for me. My boys are gonna take the sweep on these guys, but I think that's too much to ask for the Dodgers to come in here and win all 3 games. So I'll take them 2 games to one. I do think they're capable of winning this mini series and bouncing back, um, but yeah, it's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be competitive, but I'm taking LA. I got my boys winning this one 2 games to one. All right, next we have Philadelphia at the Cardinals. Definitely another interesting series here. Like this one. This one's another one that could go either way. Anyway, the Phillies are coming off a 2-1 series win at Washington. Not a surprise there. And then the Cardinals are coming off of a 2-1 series win against Miami. So just look at these two teams in general. I like what I'm seeing out of the Cardinals in recent weeks. I like the way how they've been playing. Phillies actually haven't not been playing either, so I'm definitely not gonna go with a sweep here. That's like I said, that's too dramatic for me to ask for. But I will take the Cardinals here 2 games to one because, like I said, both teams. I mean, this is why I said about Toronto and whoever the Blue Jays face. Like, it's two similar teams going back and forth. That I'm just giving the slice to the home team because that's just what it is. That's normally what the tiebreaker is. You go with the home team because both teams just been playing so familiar. So I'll take the Cardinals 2 games to one. Like I said, and that's basically just this scenario. Both teams been playing similar, so I'm going with the home team here 2 games to one. All right, after that, we have the Diamondbacks at Colorado. Anyway, the Diamondbacks are coming off a kind of embarrassing last round. They ended up getting swept by Atlanta. And then Colorado is coming off of a 2-1 series loss against the Rays. So I don't. So what do you expect in this game? Like, what do you expect? Atlanta's coming off. Arizona. They're coming off an embarrassing performance last week. Colorado is coming off of that they haven't been playing their best baseball all season long so far. Man, I don't know. I just don't really know what to expect here because I can see Colorado bouncing back. Arizona definitely needs to bounce back. Both teams definitely need to bounce back. But I'm gonna go with what I feel like is the better team here by picking Arizona to win this one 2 games to one. I do think Arizona should be able to win 2 games here. It's not going to be easy on the road. Colorado in the Rockies house, I can see them maybe forcing some pressure on the Diamondbacks, making them comfortable a little bit, make them a little bit concerned. But at the end of the day, I'm going to go with the Diamondbacks 2 games to one, just simply because I just named it a better team, and they definitely need to bounce back after that embarrassing performance last week um, against against Atlanta. So so Diamondbacks. I'm expecting them to get back on track here. 2-1, Atlanta win. Definitely not going to go with the sweep here, but 2 games to one. All right. After that, we have Tampa Bay at the Angels, and let's see what we got here. Tampa Bay. Oh, I accidentally pressed up. Anyway, Tampa Bay is coming off of a 2-1 series win at the Rockies. Now that was pretty impressive there by Tampa Bay. I'll be honest. And then the Angels, the Angels actually don't even look that bad right now. Let's be honest, the Angels don't look too bad. The Angels are coming off of a 2-1 series loss against the Red Sox. Not the best performance out of the Angels though. But like I said, both teams are like playing similar. Like this is why I'm saying like 3 times now. Both teams been similar. Both teams been literally playing directly. But I'm just going with the home team here 2 games to one because like I said, both teams been playing some similar baseball. That I'm just going with whoever the home team is, and that's the Angels. So I'm taking them 2 games to one. All right, now we got the Cubs at the Padres, and Cubs at the Padres. This one's really gonna be interesting. The Cubs are coming off a 2-1 series win against the Dodgers. That was actually kind of impressive there by the Cubs. And in San Diego, let's see what San Diego's at right now. And my phone continues to load forever. San Diego is coming off of a 2-1 series loss against the Giants. So you can really, or no. I think they played 3 times. So I think it's either 3-1 or 2-1. I don't know which one it was, but I think this one's gonna be competitive, man. It should be competitive. It should, but listen, the Cubs are coming off a really impressive performance, and I do respect the Cubs' performance. But I'm gonna give this one to the Padres. I do think the Padres come away with this one 2-1. I do think this is actually pretty risky because the fact how the Cubs actually made a statement against the Dodgers last week, that's really kind of motivating me here to pick the Cubs to win this one. But I'm gonna stick with the home team here. It's risky, but I'm going with the home team here 2-1. I just have a feeling in my gut. My gut's telling me that the Padres are gonna win, but my heart is telling me the Cubs are gonna win this series 2-1. Like I said, I'm not gonna be mad about the outcome, but my gut is telling me to take the Padres 2-1. So that's what I'm gonna go with. All right, and now we have Washington at San Francisco. The Giants are coming off a 2-1 series win last week, and then Washington is coming off of a 2-1 series loss. So that's kind of interesting, right? Like Washington coming off 2-1 series loss, San Francisco. Yeah. All right. All right. Anyway, San Francisco coming off of a performance. Yeah, I got to pick San Francisco, right? I like. Do you expect Washington to win this series? I mean, I don't know if you guys are, but I'm not expecting Washington to win this series. I mean, would you be shocked to Washington win this series? I mean, sure, but I don't know. I don't know, man. It's just frustrating. 2-1, San Francisco. I think that one's pretty simple, if I'm being honest, but it could be a trap game. It really could. 2-1. That's what we're going with. All right, now we have Baltimore at Boston. Baltimore is actually coming off of a 2-1 series loss. They actually lost to the Pirates. That's actually kind of shocking there. And then the Red Sox are also coming off. And the Red Sox are coming off a pretty decent performance. They're coming off of a 2-1 series win last week. So give credit to Boston. Boston actually looked pretty good. And these series here throughout the final three. So this series starts on Tuesday. Go through Thursday. Baltimore definitely needs to bounce back. I wasn't expecting them to lose last week. Boston actually looks really good right now. But I think I said this about one of my other video predictions. Baltimore needs to bounce back. They need to get this one, and I think they're capable of doing it. I'll take the Orioles here 2-1. It is kind of risky because they're not both team that's been performing, especially how Boston has been really good recently. I can see Boston winning this one, but I'm gonna go with the Orioles here 2-1, just because they just need a bounce back momentum shift. So like that. That's what Baltimore needs, and I do think they're capable of doing it. All right, now we have Houston at Kansas City. I didn't think I'd be saying this at this point, but let's be honest. Kansas City has been the better team here, and I don't think it's been close either. Anyway, Houston is coming off of a 2-1 series loss at the Rangers. And Kansas City is coming off of sweeping the White Sox. I mean, like I said, Kansas City actually looks pretty damn good. If you're asking me, Kansas City has not showed a lack of anything just yet. And I proud of Kansas City for that. Kansas City looks good. They look phenomenal. But yeah, if I'm being honest, I don't think this is going to be a sweep in any regard. But I'm going to take KC right now. I didn't think I would be doing this at the beginning of the season, but I'm going to do it now because KC looks like 10 times more of a better team right now than the Astros. And the Astros actually look kind of concerning right now. Like, did you actually expect the Astros? Did you actually coming into this chair, sitting in this chair today? I did not expect for me to pick Kansas City over the Astros in week 4. I definitely was not expecting that, but now I'm doing it because KC has been performing like the better team. They've been the better team, and I just think they're going to draw the Houston out of sorts. So I'll take KC 2-1. All right, and then the last series of the opening week of week 4, we have the Athletics at the Rangers. Give credit to the Athletics, man. Give credit to them last week. They're coming off the 2-1 series winning at the Tigers. That was pretty impressive, especially the way how the Tigers have been performing. Yeah, the Athletics, that's pretty impressive. And then the Rangers are coming off a 2-1 series win against the Astros, so they looked impressive too. Um, I'm not going to say the A's are a good team because they are currently still bad, and even though they're coming off a really good performance last week, the Rangers are coming off of a really good performance as well. And plus, I just think their team is better. So I'm still going to take the Rangers here in a sweep. I do think this one's going to be 3-0. But the way how the Athletics performed last week, hey, maybe there's some motivation there that the Athletics are going to get a win here and then win in this building. It's possible. After what we saw last week, it's possible. But I'm just not expecting it. I'll take the Rangers here 3-0. All right, and that is going to do it for MLB Week 4 predictions Part 1. Make sure you guys stay tuned for Thursday where we do Part 2. Anyway, I'm going to hop off here, get this thing out so you guys are watching on time. Like I said, I apologize in advance. It's coming out later than I advertised. Anyway, like I said, I'm going to hop off, get this thing out there so you guys can watch it on time. Well, not watching on time, but you guys know what I mean. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out. Stay safe. See you all next time.